like that.
Yeah, man. Can you be making that covenant with Esau? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the wrong move, bro. That's not even smart, bro. You can't talk because you gonna get the chip. Like, you are going to get that chip. When you go to the army, man, military period, you sign up for that. They're going to get that to you. They're going to get it to you.
Hell yeah, and they do it like the other day I was working doing deliveries and I was with my woman. Mm-hmm. They sent me to military housing, right?
Yeah.
And it's mad nice over there. Like, we went to some neighborhood, that shit was mad nice.
Oh, they are nice. That's how they set them up, like them cookie cutters.
That's how what we were talking about with my woman. Like, all the shit is mad nice and like it's basically like a private neighborhood for them and shit.
Yeah.
And all to convince them to join it. And then she was telling me how in the world, like her friends from high school and shit, the majority of them, the guys, that they would say, oh, I didn't get accepted into the high school I wanted, or not the high school, the college I wanted and shit, so fuck yeah, I'm gonna join the Marines and whatever. They gonna give me those benefits and blah, 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 blah. Stupid. And it's like, damn, Jake, fucking make that covenant with that?
Yeah.
And this is the wrong time to do that shit. It's hell yeah, man. Those motherfuckers in the army are gonna die, man.
Hell yeah. That's right. They get Isaiah 28:18, bro. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, I gotta sign in. Shit. Hey, can you see who's live, bro?
20 and 18?
Yeah, 28 and 18.
Oh, 20. Yeah, we're back.
All right, Shalom. We'll start off by giving it slightly. All right, Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakal Kadash. We give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching His word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai. There's the brothers from Gmshawaii. We out here another week, another camp. You know, you see, we had to continue. We're still doing camp indoors because of the stay-at-home orders, and we're doing camp indoors because this is the law now. I mean, you can't be out there doing standing out there doing nothing, or in their eyes doing nothing. You know, so we're out here preaching His word, man. And when the brother had opened, we were talking prior to camp starting, and we're talking about Jake signing up for this military, for this man's military, man. And if you sign up for this man's military at this junction, man, you're just simple, man. Which a lot of people are going to sign up for it anyway, because they want those benefits. You know, this is a big recruiting tool for Esau at this moment, man. People can't eat, people can't work, people need money. So what's the first thing they're going to do, man? They're going to try to run it on the Esau to try to get some type of reprieve, man. You know, and one of the biggest ones, especially you Black, Latino, Native American women. Okay, I thought I put my sword. You Black, Latino, Native American women, man, you like benefits of this world, man. You like to get paid. Okay, you want to have your debt paid off, your student loans for college. So a lot of y'all go to this devil to make a covenant with him so that you can be free from the oppression that you catching, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and Esau's military is like a safe haven, man, because they're always considered essential. You know, they're always gonna be paid, and then basically they're so-called secure, because you know, you join the military, you say, oh, I'm gonna sign up for 8, 10, 20 years, and I'm gonna just, you know, get my check.
Yeah.
I have my medical insurance, and like the brother's mentioning, you know, in these times, those are things that a lot of people are losing, man.
Yeah.
Their jobs, their security, their incomes, you know, they're not gonna be able to pay for car insurance, for health insurance, because due to the lack of work. This is Isaiah 28:18. It says, "And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it."
Yeah. So why? Because Esau is not going to save you, man. Then you got the 2/3 of our people that sell out to Esau, man. You look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. I always use them for an example because right now they're the newest so-called billionaires, man. You look at these niggas, do you think that they worked hard to get what they got? You know, they sacrificed their life for their craft, man. But in reality, they sacrificed their life for riches in this world, man. They sacrificed themselves to maintain their life in this world. There's a big changing happening. Changing of the guard, you know, changing from the rulership of Esau, Edom, to the rulership of the Israelites, man, which is us, man. Okay, and a change from a wicked rulership to a righteous rulership. So nothing is going to stay the same. Okay, and then here it is, you Jakes, you out here, you trying to seek to save your life in this world, and they were always doing that, even during the time of Yahushua. When you read, can you get St. John? I think it's chapter 15, verse 50. You can start at 50. That's what these the wicked scribes and Pharisees were trying to do back then. They were trying to save their life, man. You know, they were trying to save, well, not save their life. They were trying to save their they were trying to save their
position.
Their position. That's right, their position. I'm slacking. I don't think that's it. It says it's the one where it said, don't you know not that it's expedient for one man to die for a nation? Shalaki, just bear with this. Shalom to everybody that's on the comment board. Okay? Yeah, this is St. John 11 and 47. St. John 11 and 47.
Oh, St. John 11 and verse 47, and it reads, "Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation."
Yeah, so here it is, because what Yahushua is the king of Israel, man. He's the top king of Israel, man. So here it is, they were thinking like, well, he's doing all these miracles, and by his miracles, he's going to make people want to follow him, and then they follow him, they're going to worship him as the king, and then they're going to take away our place, because who was sitting in instead of the king? And that was receiving all those kingly like benefits, man. The wicked scribes and Pharisees, man. That whole council, man.
Yeah, like the scriptures say, a gift destroyed the heart.
That's right.
And those gifts that the Pharisees back then were receiving, were changing the doctrine, man. It was perverting the minds of those leaders, man. And therefore they were doing things they were not supposed to.
That's right. And so here it is. They wanted to save that. Caiaphas being the high priest that year, he wanted to save his position. All those wicked scribes and Pharisees that was around him, they wanted to save their position. They wasn't thinking about the nation. And when they said that they will come and take away our nation, basically they mean like, look, they find out we got a king here other than Herod, and the people who worship him, taking to him, they're going to destroy us. But what ended up happening still? You niggas still got destroyed, man. So you didn't save your place. You can't go to Israel and find the ancient scribes and Pharisees still here, still living good, still living lavishly, you know, robbing the people. being hypocrites. They're here now doing these things. You know? Keep reading, bro.
Well, verse 49. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, Ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Yeah, and that was him not realizing that he was prophesying the sacrifice that Yahushua was going to make for the whole nation, man. But see, they were looking at it like, well, he's just another guy that's claiming to be the Messiah. Regardless of all the miracles that he was doing, they wanted to try to just say, you know what, let's just kill that dude. Let's get him. Let's sacrifice him. So, you know, we won't be lost, man. You know. But the point of the matter is, the reason why they were doing all of these things was because they wanted to keep their power, man. And that's what Jake in this world is doing. You know, that's why you see like Beyonce, Common, you know what I mean, all these high level niggas in this society. That's why you seen them on that. They had like a World Health Organization concert from the house. All these people coming from these different areas of the world, you know, and talking to the people, talking about how black people was, you know, more likely to die from COVID than any other people, and all this other crap, and how we are loving each other and coming together type shit, because they want to save their position. And that's what Esau does. He goes to the people whom the people look up to, man. And at that time, those type of people was the scribes and Pharisees, those wicked scribes and Pharisees, man. And this nigga Caiaphas living good, man. You know, the rest of the council, they was living good. They were getting money. You know, they were over the temple, which was a big revenue, especially during the high holy days. You know, so they were eating good. So they looked at it like, look, Yahushua's here. You know, this man, because they thought he was just a man. You know, they're looking at him like, oh man, he gonna take all this away. And you can't say that Jay-Z, Oprah, Michael Jordan, none of these low-level rich niggas, because they're not wealthy. They're just some rich niggas. When you see these people, they don't want to let that go. Just like the Jake in the ancient world didn't want to leave Egypt, man. And how did you know they didn't want to leave Egypt? Because when we got into the wilderness, niggas started complaining. Niggas started complaining, murmuring after all those miracles and all those wonders and signs of wonders that Yahushua did for us, you know, through his servant Moses and through the power, you know, destroying Pharaoh, you know, and preparing us to go into our land. Jake was backbiting, talking shit, man. Oh, we should go back to Egypt, back get the leeks and the fish, you know. We was eating good, and that's how the niggas are now. Like, seeing this, we are here preparing the way through the spirit power of for the kingdom of heaven, where we're going to have complete and absolute sovereignty. We're going to have a kingdom, a righteous kingdom. We actually going to have a king, because Jake in the world ain't got no king. Who are your kings, man? A bunch of homosexual, quasi-homosexual deviants, man. You know, but we're going to have a righteous king. Because, first of all, we're going to have Yahushua, then we're going to have King David, then we're going to have the rest of the 12 and the rest of the 144,000. So we're going to have a righteous kingdom. We're going to have eternal life. So nigga don't want to live forever. Nigga want to live for the moment. Because Esau taught him how to live for the moment, man. So Jake just consumed with that. Well, if I ain't got it now, I don't want it later. Or like Polite said, I want mines now and I want mines later. Nah, nigga, you don't get nothing for free. Even Esau teach you that. So you're going to have to suffer. And Jake don't want to suffer. They don't want to suffer through the curses, you know, just working a regular job, 9 to 5. So what they do, they sell dope. They go out and trick. They go out and whoremonger. You know, really they go out and just break the law of Yahushua. And then in doing so, they think that, oh, I'm winning, I'm good. But then eventually it's going to catch up to you. You know? You got it, brother.
I had Isaiah 31:1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua." That's right, man. And like we're going into all you jigs that sell out, man. you did it for help, man, because you saw your conditions. Basically, you saw yourself under the curses that the Most High put us under for our disobedience, man. You see, and you go to Egypt, which spiritually we know as America, man. Ultimately to Esau, because the scriptures tell us that we were gonna go to our enemy for the one of all things, man. You see, and the way Esau gives you gifts or benefits or perks is if you sell out, man. If you betray Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So it says, woe unto you, destruction. And that's what's gonna come, because like the brother mentioned before, those of you that have received benefits, that are in high positions of power, that have money, you know, that Esau gives exclusive access to certain things, you're not gonna let those things go, man. That like the young man that came to Yahushai and told them, "Oh, master, I have kept that commandments, you know, since I was young. What else can I do?" Roughly paraphrasing, and Yahushua told him, "Go sell all thou hast, and it tells you in the scriptures that he got really sad, man.
Yeah, he just walked
away, because ultimately he wasn't spiritually ready to let go of the world, man. You see, and that's what's gonna happen to, you know, majority of the 2/3 that did sell out, man, including within the nation of Israel, man. You know, you got all these alphabet groups, like chief example, this dude that just died, Comfy, man. You see, he was fucking living the life, man.
Yeah, he was. Man.
He had money, everything, man. And then the Lord started punishing him for his wicked acts, man.
And ultimately, he took his life, man.
That's right.
You know, as we know it now, yeah, he took his life, man.
That's right.
You know, because he wasn't a man of the Lord. He wasn't following after Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He was following after the ways of this world, man. Because they want you to believe that your pastor, your preacher, he got to be some rolling in the dough type dude. He got to be some ultra successful business guy. You know, like, you know, the stuff that Nate's doing is no different than T.D. Jakes. It's no different than Joel Osteen. They just got more money than him, man.
That's right.
You know, but he's a millionaire, but he trying to play it like he's a prophet of the Most High, man. Which he could be a man of the Lord, like Apostle Tahar said, but right now he's not acting like one. You know, and it's going to take a lot of humility for him to come out of that, man. You know, and at the end of the day, the things of this world are not going to save you from the wrath to come. Scripture says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, man. So you got all these people that call themselves rich, rolling in the dough, they so-called wealthy, and they like to put the few handful of niggas that got a smidgen of a crumb, you know what I'm saying, in front of your face. And so they think that they want you to have the illusion that you can aspire to be like that. But you don't know what these people had to do to obtain the things that they had to do. I mean, they have. And it wasn't nothing righteous. It wasn't because of their talent. It wasn't because of their business acumen. Nah, man. It's because they took deals behind back doors. They had to be ruthless. In order to make it in this world, especially in business and any type of business, you got to be ruthless, man. You got to cut people off that you love. You got to kill people. You got to rob people. You got to lie. You know what I'm saying? That's wicked, man.
You gotta lose your integrity.
All of that, man. All of that, man. And they lose that immediately, man. And that show you too, because people like, you know, even in the ancient world, those wicked scribes and Pharisees, they lacked integrity, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of following after Moses' example, after Yahushua's example, who took the road of humility versus the road of pride, you know, they was like, nah, we gonna do what we gonna do so we can have it. And then what ended up happening? 70 AD. Right. Not even shortly after Yahushua returned back to the spirit world, what ended up happening? This whole place, Israel was taken over by armies, man. The Roman armies, man, and straight up decimated. And we were forced to flee. And we ain't been back there since, man. Right. You know? That land was left to ruins to the heathens because of our iniquities, man. So none of that saved you. But Jake don't believe that. And you know, I was gonna mention, because you got all these dudes, these people that sell out of our nation, and they still in America, bro. All that money, you keep talking about Michael Jordan, $2 billion, Jay-Z, $1 billion. First of all, that's not even no money. That's not even money. Even that dude Byron Allen said that. He was like, $300 million, that's not a lot of money. And Charlemagne the God looked at him like, what? That's a lot of money. Like, that show you that nigga will do anything for that 300 million. But Byron Allen was like, look, man, that, I think his name Byron Allen. He was like, man, that's not a lot of money. But see, to somebody that never had something, you believe that that's a lot of money. First of all, it's fiat currency. So what use is it for you in the day of the wrath of the Lord? How is a couple dollar bills or digits on a computer screen going to help you? Man, when bread gonna cost damn near $100. You know what I'm saying? When water gonna cost twice as that. You see? I got a precept real quick, bro. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. 5. For whoso, I'll start at 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. And that's what 2/3 of Israel refused to do. You refuse to deny yourself. Deny yourself for the things of this world. Deny yourself of the pleasures of the flesh. You refuse to do that. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul, man? And you can't give nothing in exchange for your soul, man. You can't. And you get that away, not just, people think that it's just some Edomite, creepy ass red Edomite with some horns and a pitchfork behind a door with some blood in the pen, make you sign that deal. But no, we were talking about people in the military. That's a covenant, man. You sign it. Once you in the military, once you sign that contract, first of all, that's the worst contract you could ever sign. You wanna know why? First of all, you ain't read it. You didn't read through the whole contract. You didn't have a lawyer there to walk you through the contract. You just got some NCO non-commissioned officer who got put into recruiting school, and now he's recruiting you, walking you through this paperwork, and you think that he got your best interest. No, he ain't got your best interest. He got the government's best interest, man. That's
right, and that reminds me of, I had a fucking NCO. I was, back when I had that shitty truck, remember? I parked in Safeway parking lot, and my car used to make this noise, like really loud noise, like wee, wee, wee. And I parked my car, and then he gets off of like a BMW and shit. And then I seen him like waiting right there, right in front of, not right in front of my car, but like on another car. And then as soon as I got out, he was like, oh, hey, how are you, brother? Oh, and then he was like, oh, you want to change your life around and whatever and whatnot. And then I was just like, oh, yeah, sure. And then I grabbed the card, and then he was just like, oh, look, if you have any questions, call me, let me know, and we could get started and whatever. And then I looked, and he was a recruiter for the armed forces, and I was like, oh, hell no, Jake. Yeah. You crazy. And
that's what they do, man. And my man Cheese in the army, he used to tell me, we used to joke all the time. And he told me one time, he's like, man, the only thing you're going to have when you leave the army is a cell phone bill and a car note, man. And it used to be funny, but then I realized that,
wasn't the name of that PTSD?
Oh, yeah, PTSD. Yeah, but it used to be funny, but in reality, it's the truth. Because a lot of people that go to the military, very few people that go into the military make it a career. So on top of that, you go in there, if you haven't really went to school or really got something out of your job, you just going there for nothing. You're going there you don't have no control over your life, zero. For the next 3 or 4 years of your whole life, you gotta ask permission to leave. And the longest you can stay somewhere is 30 days. And then don't let nothing be happening in the world or in the military world, because you can't go. And if you want to get out, they got something called stop loss, which you can't get out. It's your time to get out, but then they got stop loss implemented. You gotta stay. You gotta stay until that thing is lifted up, and you don't get no extra money. You don't get no extra benefits. They're not gonna look at you separate as anybody else. You a soldier. You fall under federal law, so anything you do is a felony. Anything you do or commit, any crime you commit is a felony automatically. They can tarnish your whole life, man. So here it is. You sign up for some so-called benefits to, what do you say, to improve your life, to change your life.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna change your life, but in reality, man, you ain't got no life to change, man. And then when you get out the army, it ain't like they treat you any better because you was in the army. I mean, you might hear some civilians say, "Oh man, thank you for your service." That's just something to say, man. Because the Army ain't thankful for your service. They don't care about you, man. Oh yeah, I'm out the Army. All right, bye. You know, you want to try to get some extra money, you got to go through the VA services, which is the Veterans Administrative Services, man. You can't go to the Army and be like, hey, man, I did this, I broke my leg, y'all owe me some cash. No. If you ain't get medically discharged, guess what? You got to take it up with the Veterans Administration. And they're just a bureaucratic house of nonsense, man. That you got to wait a year or two to get paid. If you get paid, you'll get paid. But I mean, like at the end of the day, how beneficial is it really for you, man? Nobody in the real world cares that you was in the Army. Nobody in the real world cared that you was in the military. And nobody in the real world, and you know the scripture says, the Most High said, what if you can get it, it's in Ecclesiasticus. It says a man of war to suffer poverty. Like the Lord hates that, man. And the majority, a lot of these homeless people out, a lot of these men that are homeless out here, and even women, were veterans, man. That lost their mind, that got hooked on some type of drugs, you know, or just became indigent. And where's the military to help you out, man? Unless you got access to these programs, and you got some people that's so sick, and this is worldwide. Even when you go to the UK, you got veterans, boxes and boxes of paperwork trying to get some type of compensation, man. You know? Yeah, like the brother Kayal Mott said, he says, they got their own police, courts, etc. in the military. Yeah, they got their own law. It's called the Uniform Code of Military Justice, man. And it's vague as shit. But when you get caught up in that, if you ain't got a good lawyer, man, you through, man. And like I told you, anything you do in the Army is federal time. So there's no probation, there's no parole. They send you straight to a military military prison camp. And that's where you at for all those years, man. Unless Trump, like he just did, he pardoned a couple of them Edomites that got locked up. He pardoned a couple of them, man. You know? So here it is, you sign this deal and you sacrifice your life for what? For nothing, man. You fighting against your own people, okay? You destroying your own people. You see? So it says back in Matthew's, St. Matthew's 16 and 26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? You can't give nothing for it, man. You can't give nothing for that, man. And this system, the New World Order, is not set up for Israelites, man. It's set up for Edomites, man, and super elite Edomites at that. It's set up for these super elites of these different nations. There's no benefit for us here, man. You know? And the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Awashai for allowing it to be so we don't have nothing to want in this world, man. You got it, bro.
This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, a man of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such, and one for the sword. Yep.
So here it is, a man of war that suffered poverty, man. Here you had that movie called 4th of July. This dude lost his fucking legs in the Vietnam War, and they treated him like shit when he came back. People spitting on him, treating him like crap, you know. And then on top of that, you got Jake that come into this truth, that go right back into the world, man. Go right back into unrighteousness, back to wickedness. After you done tasted the fruits of this, the fruits of the truth, the Most High said, destruction is set for you, man. You know.
Yeah, and that shows you how working for Esau, man, is no good, man, at the long run, the long run. Because, yeah, you might receive some benefits, but when you so-called plan or think you're free, you're not, man. You know, he's going to, like Ecclesiasticus, the 13th chapter, tells you basically he's going to fuck you over, man. He's going to use you and tell you, oh, look, yeah, you're going to have military housing and benefits and benefits and benefits. But then once you're no good for him, all right, fuck that nigga. And then, forget about him. I don't got to deal with you. Go deal with those people over there.
Yeah, and that is crazy because, you know, and like I had mentioned, the women of our nation that do that, that go to the military for these benefits, man. and they a lot of them they went to college, so now they're officers, so they get paid a certain amount of money. You know, that's another thing too, because women don't want to do a lot of work, so they'll try to do the cheapest thing, the slickest thing they can, and a lot of times they'll go to school, graduate, and then become officers in the military. And I remember like last year or something like that, they showed like West Point had the most graduating black people in all its history. And it was all women. It was all women. It was all nigga women, bro. And they in one of the stipulations for the military, particularly for officers, you can't come in here pregnant. You can't have no children, and you can't be married, man. So they just signed up a bunch of ghetto gaggers, man. All proud to serve the military, but every last one of them are gonna fucking die, man.
A bunch of dykes and
and whores, man. Then they'll be sluts and they'll be lesbians for the white man while he serves in-house pussy for the devil while they're in the military, man. And that's the truth, man. And it's crazy because the brother was mentioning like military housing and stuff like that. A lot of these women, they be trying to find fake suckers to marry. Hey, I was a sucker in the world, man. Met a black demon, and she married me up, man, and used and abused me. And when I couldn't give her those benefits that she was used to, and she got up out of there, man. And that happened to many of my friends too, in the military at that time, man. You find these women that be looking for a nigga with some benefits, so they can live better, man. Bitch living in a 3-bedroom house, like you said, them houses on the military post. First of all, it's like something you never seen before, bro. You probably grew up in a project, and now you got a whole house. You got a couple of kids. You got a whole house, 2 floors. It's well manicured. It's safe. Relatively safe.
They got their own playgrounds for the kids, for only military people.
No drugs. No niggas selling dope in a playground. You don't see no crackheads. Nothing. So here it is. You got this illusion of life, man. But you don't realize that that shit's on the time limit. And how they get you? Hey, man, you like this lifestyle we give you, man? It's realistic. Why don't you just re-enlist, man? And you can continue to live this lifestyle, man. Your kids will grow up all ambiguously and shit amongst other nations and shit, and go to school, go to nice so-called nice schools, and all these things. You get all the trappings, man. But it's all a trick, man. It's all a trick because hey, y'all gotta get the vaccinations. Y'all gotta get that chip. Oh yeah, you getting that chip. You in the military. You getting that chip. Scripture says free or bond, rich or poor, free or bond, man. And when you sign up to the military, you are in bondage, man. You're in bondage, man. That's a contract. You got a bond on you, man. Don't come back after leave after 30 days, man. AWOL, they coming for you, man. Or they'll make your life a living hell. You can't get a job. You can't do nothing.
This is back in Isaiah 31, because there's a couple more stuff here. It says, I'll read one again. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go into Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. And as we're going into this, you sign up for Esau's government or for any of his jobs. Eventually, if you work for the educational system, if you work for the courts, anything that's federal or that has to do with Esau, you're eventually gonna be mandated to take certain things, and those things are what? The vaccines, the chip, and ultimately most of these jobs tell you what? That you gotta have, your face shaved, lined up, basically transgress the law, man. So the Lord is gonna visit you because you've made that covenant with death, man. And the scriptures tell you that the wages of sin is death, and you're living basically a life full of sin to receive those benefits, man.
Yeah, and I got a picture of that. All them nigga bitches.
Yeah.
Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit. Show them.
What are they all wearing? Men's attire. You see that the Lord said not to wear. You see?
Yeah.
Through, man.
Yeah, fucking through, man.
And they got that fucking pride and shit, and I bet that those women retire and shit, and like you were saying, they find a fucking woman pleaser, a feminist to marry and shit, and then they're ruling over the house, and they raise women demons like themselves, and even worse. And the men, if they do have men, children, sons, they raise them to be fucking beta males, man.
And then they'll try to get them to go to the military. Oh, you should follow after your mother's footsteps, man.
Because women like that have that mentality of, like, my husband has to be basically I have to be better than my husband. They're always trying to be like a step higher.
They got these standards. They got these delusional standards too. If they do like men, he has to be this. Like she ain't gonna be no officer married some E4. Like what? Yeah. Like bitch, you took a step down. What you doing? Hey, you gotta get you another Jake that's either like higher ranking, already ranked like you. Because a lot of these niggas, they want to be generals and shit. You got black generals in the military, man. Black, female, and Latinos. Because it was Latinos and it was Negroes in that picture, man. Yeah. And the black and Latino woman, they go straight to the white man, go straight to the devil. Right. You got it right.
Yeah, and like they want a high-ranking officer, but I was talking like spiritually, like they want him to be like less than her, like in his spirituality, man. So basically, you listen to me, we're equal and shit, but basically I run the family. Because imagine what a woman like that is gonna be, man. A general of the army. And
they got him. And I'm gonna show you this one chick. Her husband, he's hella effeminate, man. Look at this shit. This is her husband. And he looks like a beta male, man. He do anything this bitch told him to do.
Yeah,
he look like he do anything that bitch told him to do, man. Well, she's a general. She got connections. And a guy. I love my wife. I'm gonna support my woman. I'm a loving, supportive husband. He's supposed to be the general. She's supposed to be putting, and it's crazy because it's the other way around. You see the Edomite generals, their wives are always pinning them. But you got this dude, this demon, her husband is pinning her, man. You see? Look at this shit. Man, you gotta bend down and bow to this bitch, bro. She's a general. She's a 1-star, bro. And Lord knows what she had to do to get that star on her chest, man. And it wasn't just the physical fitness. It wasn't because she was an expert in her job. No, man, she had to suck up. She had to do whatever it took to get that, man. A woman general? A female general, bro? That shit didn't even exist in the ancient world, bro.
And like the scriptures tell you that the Lord has deprived her from wisdom and knowledge.
Yep.
Roughly paraphrasing, and you go into those words. In the blue letter, it tells you
acumen of war.
Acumen of war. Yeah, man. You see, so it's like, well, they definitely had to fucking be doing some wicked ass shit to get in this position.
Hell nah. She don't know what the fuck's going on from shit to shine over, man. It's Job 39:17. Job 39:17. Yeah. It says, because the Most High had deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. And when you look that up, you need the black female being on it. So, I'm sorry, brother. I was trying to look it up real quick. Hold on. Job 39.
You want some water?
Time, brother. And 17. When you look up that word for wisdom, okay? That word for wisdom in the Hebrew is chakama. It says wisdom, skill in war, wisdom in administration, shrewdness, wisdom, prudence, and religious affairs. Wisdom, ethical and religious. And women don't have that, man. You are incapable of having these type of strips, man. Those strips were given to a man. Listen what it says, brother. It says wisdom, wisely, skillful man. You see? So the Most High deprived you of that, man. He deprived you of that. And when you go to the Hebrew word for understanding, it's bayana. It says understanding, discernment. You see? Faculty, object, personify. Acumen. See? These women don't have that kind of skill, but yet they'll line them up, make a motherfucker a 1-star general, man, a 3-star general, a 4-star general, and then she and I've been in the military, so I know how that works. They don't do shit, bro. They got people to serve them. They really do. They got like NCOs to carry their hats, they carry their bags. They get an in-home chef. They get paid $100,000 a year. You know, they get, you know, but the whole time this demon is serving Satan, man. Like that one dude, the attorney general, that boy nigga that talking about he got diabetes, heart disease, all kinds of brother. He got all kinds of ailments. But wait a minute, nigga, you the highest doctor in the country, man. When you look up an attorney general, what is it? Is he? What do they call him? I think he called an attorney. Is he called a? What's this dude called? The surgeon general. And you look up the surgeon general, right? And it's always a nigga. They always make a nigga a surgeon general, man. It's not even a real rank, bro. It's a fake rank, man. It says Surgeon General of the United States. It says the Surgeon General of the United States is a operational head of the U.S. Public Health Service Commission, and thus the leading spokesperson on matters of public health. But this dude said he got all kinds of diseases. The Surgeon General office staff are known as the Office of the Surgeon General, which is housed within the Office of Assistant Secretary of Health. Let me see. It says let me see if it's a real rank. Yeah, so it says is the Surgeon General in the military. Okay, it says the Surgeon General is commissioned officer in the U.S. Public Health Service Commission, one of the 8 uniformed services of the United States, and by law holds the rank of Vice Admiral. And I was just there, but it ain't a real. They said I remember looking it up. They said they're not really a general, but that's the rank they get, man. You know, but nonetheless, here it is. He's a top doctor, and this dude said he suffers from diabetes, heart disease, asthma. I walk around with this asthma pump in my pocket every day. Nigga, what are you doing? What are you eating?
Yeah,
You're a doctor, bro. You're supposed to be the healthiest dude in the room, bro. If somebody ain't healthy, I mean, it's healthy. It gotta be you, man. But like the scripture says, you are physicians of no value, man. Physicians of no, you got it, brother.
Nah, as we were talking about the general and how they treat them, the women and shit. Yeah. That's basically the covenant that Eve made with the serpent, man. Yep. You know, the serpent probably told Eve like, hey, you're not gonna serve the men are gonna serve you. Like, follow after my ways, our ways. You know, the ways of wickedness, man. And that we're going into, like, these women do anything and everything to get in those positions of power, man.
Yep. They'll turn on their own people. They'll kill them right in front of the man, yo, just to get that rank. Demons, bro. Oh, I serve my country, but just what did your country do to us, man? How did your country serve your people, man? Oh, we're progressive. Why? Because you got some rank. And you know, one thing I hate about Jake, man. One thing I hate about Jake, amongst many things, is their lack of integrity, bro. Like when you look at our nation, man, like Esau's a demon by nature, but no other nation in this world act the way Jake act, man. You just give your nation up for nothing, bro. You know what I mean? You don't even care. Like, you don't even have no sense of reckoning. The Wadi Habashim Shai for Yahushua, man, and the apostles, man, because they had the highest integrity that you can have, man. Yahushua, when they came and grabbed him up, he didn't snitch on nobody. Even though he told, King David at the time, was Peter, that he was going to deny him, but that's neither here nor there. He still stayed with him. But they ain't turn their back, even when the chick was like, yo, you was with him, you be with him. He was like, no, fuck out of here. He cussed her out and everything, man. But the point of the matter is Yahushua didn't rat on nobody, man. He didn't snitch on nobody. He didn't turn his back on his people. He took that because he knew he had to take it, but he's also the quintessential example of integrity, bro. And that's the kind of integrity we should all be trying to reach, man, and obtain, man. You know, because he ain't take no deal, man. You know, here Satan try to give him everything. Oh, the world is already the Lord's, man. How can you tempt the Lord with something that's his, man? But he tried it anyway. But see, Satan come tempt the lesser of our people of the things of the world, and you take it, man. You just flip on your people, man. You don't have no respect, no regard for your nation, man. Especially the women of our nation, man. If anything to get them out of a messed up situation, they'll just sign off for it, man. You got it.
Orphanages. Isaiah 31 and 3, it says, "Now the Egyptians are men, are not God, and their horses flesh, and not spirit. When Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they shall fail together."
Yeah, so all the zealots of our nation that help this man, that help his system, you gonna fall right along with his system, man. All you female generals, you male generals of our nation that want to be up in this man's army and help this man push his agenda, you gonna fall right along with it, man. It's not gonna be to your salvation. Okay? You're not gonna be saved, man. You're gonna die right along with your master, man. Since you believe in him, his system, you're gonna fall right with him, man. And that's the outcome of anybody that go for this man's system, man. Because what can this devil give you, man? What, especially at this junction, I'm gonna give you $1 billion in a house, nigga. I don't want that. That ain't enough, man. That ain't enough, bro. You ain't got enough. And like my man Cleo McDowell said, you ain't got enough to buy me off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's the truth, man. What can you give us, man? Here it is, Yahweh Shai is coming anyway. He coming to destroy this place. So any investment that we make in this society will be a losing investment, man. And any smart businessman knows not to invest in a sinking ship, man. Yeah, you can buy when it's low, but if it's like, just dude, you got a business that's completely filled with debt and just like going nowhere, that's America. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take on $20 trillion of debt for what? Hell no, man. For this? Nah, you ain't got enough, bro.
And the most Esau is offering the people now is peace and safety, man. You know, and the scriptures tell us that when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh, man. Because if you really look at the whole spectrum of things, like you got to look at all the things that are going on, the coronavirus, which is a plague. You got the shortages of food that are coming due to all this stuff, the economic collapse, war. And then on top of that, you got the chariots, man. The brother's been sending videos of all the chariots popping up everywhere. So you got to say, okay, what about the chariots? Can the government save me from the chariots? What the hell is going to happen when those things come, which the world sees as UFOs or aliens, whatever? You see? So you don't have any security at all, man. Because as the scriptures tell us, Yahweh Shai is going to come back in those chariots with the angels to destroy all of the wicked of our nation and of the heathens, man. Yep. You see, so you don't. What is Esau gonna give you to betray the Lord? Nothing. And those of you that do betray the Lord for crumbs, you're gonna have a horrible judgment coming your way, man.
Hey, the brother Kayah Math put up 808 Israelite Kayah Math, Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua than to put confidence in man. See? That's right. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh his flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, and that's what happens to Jake when they get caught up with the wiles of this devil, man. You know, they get caught up in this witchcraft, and they really believe these lies. You believe these soft words this dude speak to you. Scriptures say that this nigga, he'll tell you good things. You know, he'll tell you that you can have anything you want, man, until he can't use you no more. You know? So you gotta find another way to be used by this devil, man. You know, like Jordan. This nigga Michael Jordan, they use this nigga sneakers to keep you people dumb, man. They don't really need the nigga around, you know, and eventually he's gonna outlive his usefulness, like Kobe Bryant, you know. And you, Jakes, you don't take note of the people that they done off for whatever reason, you don't take note of that. You just like, okay, he didn't do something right, so forget him. You know? But you trusting in man. You're not trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai. I don't care how many times you say on God. I don't care how many times you say God is good. You know? You niggas give the Lord credence, or you think you give the Lord credence when something good happens to you, man. But when you catch in hell, oh, that's Satan's fault. You never look at yourself, man. You never look at him like, yo, am I doing something? Am I not living right? Am I committing a sin against the Lord? You don't say that. All right, precept, I think you got that.
Oh, yeah. No, you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me. That cover what they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
That's right, man. And that's the 2/3 of our people, man. You know, they take counsel, but not considering Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, like we always say, the Lord already has everything planned out. You know, so there's nothing anybody could do to upset prophecy, man. You see, and Jay, through, like the brother was like saying, through planning or forward thinking, like a forward thinking, they think that they could upset prophecy, man, and just get away from the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And the scriptures tell you that his words are not going to come back to him void, man. You see? So woe unto them that
woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that taketh counsel but not of me, and that cover what they covering but not of my spirit.
That's right, and they try to acquire protection from, like we were going into before, from Egypt, from fleshly things, man, that are not gonna deliver you, because the only thing that's gonna deliver us is the spirit, man. You know, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's, you know, in these scriptures, because through these scriptures we're gonna change our mind. We're gonna put the old man behind and live a righteous life to the best of our abilities, in the hopes of what? Of salvation, man, of being in the good graces of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because besides that, everybody's doomed, man. You know?
Yeah.
Because like the scriptures tell you, darkness has, gross darkness has.
Yeah, and it covered the whole world.
Well, you know where's that?
Isaiah 16:1. Started.
Yeah, man. This world is completely finished, man.
Yeah, and the scripture says, cover with a covering and of a spirit, but not of, cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin upon sin, man. That's why you jakes are all into Christianity and Islam and all these wayward doctrines, because these doctrines don't condemn you for your life that you're living, the things that you're doing. You're not convicted in the spirit by Allah. You ain't convicted in the spirit by Jesus. Jesus tell you he love you. And that's the spirit of Edomite. Oh, I love you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, I just love you, man. And I just forgive you. You ain't never had no Edomite on this earth that ever just forgave Jake just to be forgiving Jake, man. You know? This dude, he hates you. He has a perpetual hatred against you, man. But yet you believe some mythical Edomite in the sky looking like a hippie has just endless amounts of love and forgiveness for you. And that you should have that same endless amount of love and forgiveness for you towards him, man. You see? But in reality, you just doing all of that so that you can bring sin upon sin. Because Islam don't convict you in the spirit for eating pork. They give you an out. If you starving and you ain't got nothing but pork, and you starve to death versus eat the pork, according to Islam, you go to hell because you starve to death. In Christianity, they don't condemn you for being a homosexual or a lesbian. They tell you Jesus loves everybody. He made everybody in his image. But the image of Yahweh Shai is not an image of a homosexual or a lesbian or a tranny or a murderer, a child murderer. That's not his image. You see? But again, you do all these things. You put these spirits, when you cling to these unclean spirits and these coverings, so you can add sin upon sin, man. You know, Christianity you don't get judged for wearing women's clothes. Look at Tyler Perry, man. He's the biggest Christian on the planet Earth, man. But this nigga made his living off of dressing like a woman, man. You know? But he's the first nigga that's in church with T.D. Jakes laying hands on T.D. Jakes, sweating and carrying on and crying and frothing at the mouth. You know? But he's not convicted. He telling you that he got the whole world in his hand. Meanwhile, this nigga's a closeted Satanist, man. You see? So it says, that walk to go down into Egypt, and that have not asked by my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what America is. It's the shadow of Egypt, bro.
That's right.
And Jake, they wholeheartedly trust in this place to the point where, like, they don't trust nothing else, man. No matter how many times this devil shows you he hates you, he can't stand you. Here it is. I mean, just take the 1950s, one decade. Take the 1950s, bro. All these devils was straight up showing you they outward hatred for you, man. So then you trying to tell me the next decade, the 60s or going into the 70s or 80s, that this man just said, you know what, I don't hate them no more. I just love them, man. And we're all one world and we're all inclusive. You out of your fucking mind, bro. That hatred don't go nowhere. That was visceral hatred, bro. To the point where, like, you couldn't even walk down the street in some places in America next to a so-called white man. You had to get up, you had to step off the curb. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that just left with one generation? Like, he ain't teach his kids that? They ain't teach their children that? You know? Like, I was just watching this video on Instagram about this Edomite and her boyfriend. I think they supposedly high school students or whatever. They were in the bathroom. They were doing that thing about, oh, we're gonna have make niggers. They wrote like the word nigga on a paper towel, and they put all these cups of water out, and it was like, oh, look, bad decisions, no fathers, jail time. They just kept it running, just talking all this shit, right? And then when the devil get called out, she's trying to play the victim. Oh, I was in a relationship with a boyfriend who was racist, and I let him put his ways on me, and I know this is from the bottom of my heart. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to do this. But you was right there in the video with laughing and carrying on, man. Like you actually meant to do this, man. And I don't even know why Jay getting mad about that shit, because this devil has a perpetual hatred for you. Ezekiel 35:5 will tell you that. If you read the scriptures with understanding, you would know this, man. You would know that you are you're behind enemy lines, man. You would know that, man. But Jake, you just simple. You stupid. That's the scripture says, my people are astonished. They are fools, they have not known me.
That's right.
You know, they're wise to do evil, but to do good, they know not how, man. You see? Jake, you just straight up give to this devil like he cares for you, man. Nigga, we went through hardcore slavery, man, for hundreds of years, man. Not just in America either. Okay? We went through the encomienda system. We went through Indian boarding schools, man. And that hatred just don't go nowhere. That shit, it's like, it's there. It's always there. It's a stain. The scripture says, trust not thy enemy, for as rusteth, so is his wickedness. It's like a looking glass. If you wipe away, if you find that it's not all the way wiped away. You see? So here it is. How can you trust a man that just shows you nothing but evil and hatred? But our people do it. They trust in the shadow of Egypt. They trust in the strength of Pharaoh. Hey, a couple years ago, when Puerto Rico had something happen in Puerto Rico where it was a natural disaster or something, and these two Ephraimite women were crying to Trump, saying, please have some, find it in your heart to have some compassion, man. This nigga went over there and threw paper towels at you niggas, man. He ain't give you no money. He ain't try to help you out. And you a commonwealth of their country, man. They got hold of Puerto Rico after the Spanish-American War, man. And the Spain seceded Puerto Rico to America, man. And America ain't helping you out, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. And once you, once rust starts, or a piece of iron or metal, certain metals, get rust, that shit starts spreading, man. And it don't stop unless you completely cut the whole thing off, man. You see, so the wickedness of Esau is not gonna stop until Yahweh Shem Yahushai cuts him off from being a nation, man. Yep. That hatred, his wickedness, the adversity between him and the Heavenly Father is never gonna stop. And since he knows who that we are the children of the Most High, he's never gonna stop hating us, man. You see? And that's what Jake doesn't understand. Like the brother was going into, these devils went from hardcore slavery, which was physical slavery, to voluntary slavery, and all the hate that they showed us before by lashing, Jake and torturing them and shit, hanging them, burning them. Yep. How did they transfer that hate through laws, man? See? Now they fucked you over through laws, man. Yeah, they made their hatred laws, man, and that's another thing too. Hey, that's a good point, man. Yeah. They turned their overt hatred into laws, man, so that these laws don't benefit. See, that's another thing too. That's why the Wadi Hawba Shem Yahushai, because these laws benefit us, and eventually, in the kingdom of heaven, they'll benefit these heathen nations. But the main benefactors of this law are the Israelites, man. Scripture says that this is going to be our wisdom amongst these motherfuckers, amongst these heathens, man. That's right. So but Esau made laws that benefit him and disadvantage us, man. Okay, anytime you got to have a Jewish lawyer and a whole bunch of money to beat a case, hey, something's wrong there, man. Anytime the majority of people that are in prisons are non-violent, non-violent offending Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Okay, and then pedophiles with lots of money walk away, like that dude Richard DuPont. This devil walked away from molesting his children, man. And the judge said that the reason why she's not locking him up is because he wouldn't fare well in prison. But they don't try to spare you at all, man. Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and in the time of their calamity, and in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. And that's what's going to happen to you in the kingdom of heaven, man. Blood's going to be pursuing you, man. Okay? You got this bloodlust, man. Well, guess what, man? In the kingdom of heaven, man, you're going to find out what true hatred is, man. You're going to find out what true bloodshed is, man. And nobody's going to be there to prevent us from enacting the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. What's that? Ezekiel 25:12, bro. Nobody's going to stop that because it's going to be sanctioned by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And there's no idol that you can call on that's going to save you, man. That's right. Because when our calamity had an end, when hardcore slavery ended, when the whole Catholic Church and day of what do they call it? The era of exploration or whatever ended. Hey, you Edomites furthered our affliction, man. You didn't let us go back to our land. You didn't tell us we the Israelites, and you know we're the Israelites, man. You know that the chariots that are in the sky are the chariots of Israel, man, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Man, you know the Lord's name. That's right. And you know that we're the Lord's people. But what you do, you kept us in hardcore slavery even to this day, man. Whether through the prison system or through your work system, man. With the brother wage slavery, man. Slaves had to pay for their own dwellings, man. But yet we anything we do in this society is to make your society wealthy. It's to make your society rich, man. You got people in this world that ain't never worked a day in their life, man, that claim that they're the most smartest people in the world, and there's acumen. Here it is, Bill Gates don't even have to have a doctor's degree in medicine, but he's telling you about vaccinations, man. This nigga telling you about what's good. He read a few books, and all of a sudden, supposedly he's read a few books. He reads a book a day. And the scripture says with much reading becomes weariness. He's supposed to be reading books every 5 minutes, man. But this devil, according to him,
He reads these books, and now he's an expert on vaccinations. But what makes him an expert on his vaccinations? Is it because he really understands it and how it's set up? Or is it because he's set up by super elites and they use his money to, which is really their money, to fund these different organizations and these different groups to do what? To destroy us, man. To destroy Israelites, man. You want to go over there to West Africa and poison them some more, and they're talking against it now. They're like, look, we're not your lab rats, man. Take that up out of here. Get that away from me, man. Don't bring that here, man. But they're using the whole world as the guinea pigs, man. And that's why the elder apostles said on the live show that the reason why Sweden is not being put in the news about the way they carrying this whole coronavirus thing out is because the majority of the people over there is already chipped, man. And they're using this thing to chip the world, man. They had to find a device to weigh. They say he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. How is he going to cause it? By this. All the things that are happening. The deception, man. Worldwide deception, man. You trust this nigga.
Yeah, man.
You got something, brother?
Yeah, I had mentioned before, I don't remember who I was speaking to, but, well, I think it was my cousin. Because I was telling him how Sweden and I think Switzerland, those two countries, and Denmark, I believe, that their citizens are all like, it says that they're the country with basically no personal debt. All of them have like a careers, you know, like basically they're the model citizens, you know. And then as you see this corona going on, like the apostles mentioned, that's a way that they could, you know, just put it out to the people, man. You know, like, look, you want to be financially stable and you know, be debt free or whatever and whatnot. Follow after those that don't have that. And what are these countries and those societies doing? Well, they're all digitalized. You know, they're all chipped. You know, so yeah, they're gonna fool a lot of people through those things.
Yep.
And I believe also they, because I seen a video on it. They said how they're also one of the most depressed people in the world, even though they have good careers, they're debt free, like personal debt, you know, and they're still miserable, man. So you see, that shit is crazy. Is it Sweden or?
Oh, I looked for European countries, but I didn't really find them. But I found like these are people right here. This country of Brunei has zero debt. Liechtenstein, these are like island nations. But then you have like I have to look it up. List of countries by external debt. It's like America has a high of $62,000 per US per capita individuals. But I had to find it.
No, but yeah, kind of. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, it says like Germany is the most financially secure nation in Europe. You know, Nordic countries. It says Nordic countries like Sweden, Denmark, and Norway are also among the highest scores for financial well-being. The EU data confirming that these countries benefited from a healthy level of disposable income. Sweden ranked top on saving for the future, with 15% of Swedish respondents saying that they set aside more than a fifth of their salary each month. The largest group of consumers in any country managing to save this much regularly. You know, because the Edomites got money, and those are Edomite countries right now. Sweden, Denmark, you know, Norway. It says Finland came first for financial literacy. Because even in America, people aren't financially literate. It says nearly all, 92% of Finnish consumers polled who had children said that they would teach their kids how to handle money. However, Nordic nations are among the wealthier European countries, suffering from increasing amounts of debt, resulting in them scoring poorly for credit freedom. Denmark was at the bottom of the list in this category, with Eurostat data showing that it had the highest household debt and income ratio in Europe. Hungary, on the other hand, had the lowest debt to income ratio in Europe, according to Eurostates, putting it top for credit. And it's not that because these Edomites are better at saving and that they have better financial acumen. It's really because what their state teaches the people. You know, they teach these people financial literacy, and they teach their children financial literacy and how to save and how to balance their money. That's not taught in America. America is a consumer nation. So America, they people consume more than they save, man. So you're taught to buy. Everything you see on TV, like there's an advertisement for everything. It don't matter what you're doing in life, there's an advertisement for it. Why? Because they're always selling you something. And how can you save money when you're constantly being bombarded with things to buy? And then on top of that, wages are low. On top of that, the cost of living is high. And then you got all kinds of, you got to pay for everything in America, man. Okay. You know, a lot of other countries, they look at America like, oh, it's the place to be. But in reality, man, you're going to have nothing, man. There's no reason why the average American is spending over 40% of his income on household, man, to maintain the household, you know. And now the thing is, now is like nobody got no job now, so people are just basically living in their house on borrowed time, man. You know. Oh, you want to go back to it?
No. I had a precept to show how these nations, especially Esau, hate us, man. It says, Lamentations 2 and verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. So they've been waiting for Israel to fall, man, you see? And what is that? Hate, you know? If you go out and tell somebody like, oh man, I wish you got bankrupt, I wish you lost everything, like, what is that? Hate, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the scriptures tell us, man. These nations were waiting for us to depart from our power so that we could fall, man.
Yeah.
And they held by what? By giving us these false religions, by influencing our people to follow after their ways, man. Because that was the only way we could ever fall to, by leaving Yahweh Shem Yahweh's ways, man.
That's right.
You see, and that's what we're doing on the right hand side now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh is coming back to the Lord, man. And the Lord's, reestablishing our nation. You see, starting off with our apostles, our elders, and all the brothers on down, man. We're coming under the order of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, and this is the time where the Lord is, bringing prophecy to pass, man. We see the end time prophecies unfolding right in front of our eyes, man. The chip is coming, these famines, these plagues, the unrest of the people, man. Esau cranking down on everything. It's not just certain little things, no, everything, man. You see? And it's why, because this is the time, man, where the Israelites were gonna come back to the Lord, and the Lord was gonna send deliverance unto us. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the manifestations of these prophecies so that we could, enter into Jacob's trouble, World War III, and ultimately the dreadful day of the Lord, man, which is gonna come through what? Through war, through the nuclear missiles, and the Lord, the Heavenly Father, Son, coming back in the chariots, man, what the world calls UFOs, to destroy this wicked ass kingdom, man.
Precept. This is Romans 8 and 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
That's right, man. And as we see, not just us, the hopeful elect, the believers in Yahweh Shem Yahweh, but the whole earth, the creation is mourning and is waiting for Yahweh to come back and establish that righteous kingdom, man. The scripture tells us that we wait on a kingdom where dwelleth righteousness, because this place is just death. And anywhere you look, man, it's just like vexing to see the plants, being destroyed, to see the animals mourning, to see just everything, the wickedness, man, homosexuality everywhere you go, war everywhere you go, deceit, death everywhere, man. Like that movie, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
That the kid said, all I see is dead people. Yeah, man, all these people are dead in the spirit, man. You see, and it's like you walking and it's just like, damn, like you don't even want to talk to, like they aggravate you just them walking, because you know they're in the world, man. I seen a couple of these, they had to be at least, bro, like 60, 65, almost hitting their 70s, a couple of gooks. And these motherfuckers had purple and green hair. And it's like, what? You're almost about to die, and you have that mentality of like, oh, I'm gonna dye my hair. For what purpose, man? Like, what the fuck? And that's the older people that are supposed to be the wise amongst the generation, man.
Yep.
You know, so how much more the generation that's being brought up now with all these wicked ass philosophies, man.
Right. Those people are through, man.
Yeah.
I'll go back in Isaiah. This is Isaiah 30 and 2 again. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, so you're gonna trust in this devil, you're gonna trust in this man, get this chip, it's gonna be to your shame. You're gonna be destroyed. Okay? And you're gonna be ashamed that you took the chip. You know? And it says, in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. And you're going to be in a confused state, man. But the world is already in a confused state, man. Brother had Isaiah 60. We had mentioned that gross darkness covered the people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Isaiah 60 and 1, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, so here it is. It is being seen on the hopeful elect, man. And the super elite, they see the Spirit of the Lord on us. They see that, hey, man, something's big is happening. You know, and they're trying to figure out a way, or they're figuring out a way, or they're implementing ways to stop it, man. You know, one way is preventing us from going out to the highways and hedges, but really, the Lord is bringing a famine in the Word. Because Jake's had more than enough opportunity, man. If somebody was outside for over 30 plus years telling you the same thing over and over again, and you ain't got it now, then you ain't never going to get it, man. Somebody out there for 25, 14 years, 10 years, 11 years, 6 years, 7 years, just out there constantly, week in and week out, telling you the same damn thing. Bro, if you ain't got it now, you ain't going to get it later, man. You know? But now is the time that the Most High is pulling his men back. You know? So now, what's going to happen? Judgment, man. You know? There's only so long you can talk to a rebellious house, man, until you just got to bring out that whip and start beating their ass, man. And that's what Yahweh Shema Shah is going to do with these plagues and these pestilence and this martial law and this instability that's coming, man. Because it's not going back to normal, man. This world ain't going back to what you used to know it as, man. And it caught a lot of Jakes off guard, man. As soon as we came out of the Passover, man, bam, all this hell just started breaking loose, man. The whole thing with the coronavirus just started spreading all over the world crazy. It hit America, you know, and all hell broke loose, man. You see? So it ain't going back to you just going back to the club, balling out, you know. You standing in line to get your feet and your nails done because you're looking raggedy. No, you're going to continue to look raggedy. It's going to get progressively worse for you, man. Because you Jakes, a lot of you Jakes, you're not taking it seriously. You're not taking that this pestilence seriously, man. I don't care if they is talking about the 5G this and the 5G that, or it's a man-made disease. Guess what, man? People are still dropping dead. People are still being infected. But a lot of you Jakes, you taking it as a game. You still partying, having birthday parties in your house. You're dancing. And it's always the nigga woman, man. You're always in the camera, man. You always gotta be seen, man. But what you gonna do when social media is off, man? When you can't go to YouTube or Instagram and show off yourself, man. You can't get those so-called likes, man. What's gonna happen, man? Because you already look like crap, and the filters, they ain't gonna be enough, man. So what's gonna happen, man? You people are gonna lose your mind. Again, like that dude Gerald Salente said, when people lose, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it, man.
That's right.
You know, and people are starting to lose it around the world. You got people protesting this lockdown, man. They tired of being in the house. They tired of not being able to go to work. They tired of seeing their loved ones every damn day, seeing their kids, seeing their woman every damn day, seeing their husband every damn day. These people are bugging up. So now they marching, and that's going to bring in martial law. They talking about shutting down Washington D.C. with the secret National Guard, man. You know, and that, you think that's going to just stop there? No, man. You got, and it's not just Jakes that's disobeying these so-called laws. You got all you people are doing it, man. All you got Edomites doing it. You got Moabites doing it. Everybody, Japheth is doing it over here. These niggas still having parties and get-togethers and shit, man. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For the princes were at Zion, and his ambassadors came to hands. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help, nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. See, the so-called white man can't help you, man. There's nothing he can do that's going to help you, man. There's nothing that he can give you that's going to profit you, man.
That's right.
Yeah, you get the check, you might live for a couple weeks or months or whatever. But guess what? The nuclear missiles are coming, and you through. If the cancer don't get you first, you through. You know what I'm saying? What you think this man really cared for you that much that he just wants you to just be under his wing? He want to chip you, man. He want to control you, man.
Like that. I don't know if you've seen that commercial of the BBC News where the bitch is like, they had the commercial before where she had implanted like her phone on her hands or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then the next episode or whatever is like her in the hospital and they had implanted her chip on the brain and shit. And at the end of the video, she says something, and then the dad was like, oh, so basically the mom or the dad, basically they could read your mind, like something like that. And then the bitch she didn't answer because to everything else she had an answer, like,
yeah, she said they can't do it yet.
And then when he said that, she was just like, oh yeah, I think she said,
they can't do it yet. But it don't matter if they can't. They told you they can't do it yet.
Yeah, it can.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man, Esau wants to be like the scriptures tell you. Esau wants to be like the Most High, man. So that before you even think of doing anything, or while you're thinking it, he could control what you're gonna do. Basically, he could. I don't know. You could have that fucking chip in your brain, and he could throw fucking radar waves and thoughts into your head that make you, take another decision or do something else.
Yep.
And that's something that that shit is old, man. Like that fucking what they used in Panama.
Yeah.
That weapon. So they could do that shit with your chip, man. You got fucking receptors and antennas everywhere, satellites, and they could do that shit right there. Yep. So it's just like whoever really thinks of even fucking letting Esau put a chip in you, you're fucking stupid, man. Hell yeah.
You bugged out, man.
I have Zephaniah 1 and 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Yeah, and that's the mindset that Jake is in. Things are gonna go back to normal. Things are just gonna be cool. God, the one that even called God, which name is Yahweh, and his son, who they even called Jesus' name is Yahweh Shai. They just think that he's not gonna do nothing. He's just gonna just sit back and relax. He's sitting back on his throne, and he's just waiting for you to die. And Peter got the keys to the gate. he's sitting at the gate on a mantle, at the podium with a book. No, man. Nah, bruh. Nah, man. The Most High is about to judge you, man. And the scripture says the Most High judgment go out every morning, man. And he doth not commit iniquity, man. The Most High is righteous, man. His judgment is righteous, man. You see somebody that's young get popped and dropped. Guess what, man? That was a righteous judgment. That was that person's judgment. That's what the Lord had sanctioned for he or she to exit this world, man, and go back to the spirit world, man, and to pay for their iniquities that they committed in their previous lives, man. You know?
Yeah, and all you see in social media is like, oh, I can't wait until we could go outside again. I can't wait until we could party, or I can't wait until, like, man, like Apostle Tahar has been saying, like, hopefully, yeah, this doesn't go back to normal, but if it does go towards a normal like state, everybody's gonna be looking at Esau, like sideways, man, because they've done too much. Like, Esau already revealed his horns to a point where everybody's gonna be looking at him sideways, like, oh wow, we can't trust. So I think, and like the apostle said, like, Esau's just gonna keep on rolling with this, man.
Yeah, man, it makes sense, man.
Yeah,
it makes sense. If you got a plan like this, a mega plan like this, bro, you ain't finna just hit the rewind button.
Hell yeah.
And when has Esau ever hit the rewind button, man? After September 11th, things wasn't the same, man. Things got harder. Restrictions got heavier. So you try to tell me at the worldwide pandemic, man, they talking about giving people immunity passports, man. The only way you can leave the country if you got immunity and you can prove it. The only way you can go into another country is if you got immunity and you can prove it, man.
That's right.
They don't want you having that disease and bringing it back, virus and bringing it back and continuing spreading it, so they say. They want you to take a vaccination. So if you don't take the vaccination, where that's going to lead? You can't get no job. You can't be around people. And they already know that they got parts of the population that's anti-vaxxers. And they got parts of the population that's anti-establishment. And parts of the population that's all about their guns. What's that? First Amendment or whatever. First and Second Amendment, whatever amendment it is. You see? So, man, they preparing for you people, man. You people ain't gonna go buy all these guns and buy all this food and pack it up and think that it's just gonna go back to normal. No, it's not. Things are just gonna be progressively worse. We in a time, even Apostle Tahar said, and we're in Jacob's trouble, man. It's just gonna get progressively worse at this point, man. Because you Jakes ain't gonna do nothing different. You're not gonna seek the Lord 10 times more. You're gonna go right back to your wickedness, man. Right back up in the clubs, right back in the streets, right back to doing your wickedness, running around. And then not only are you gonna do it, you're gonna do it at such a level because you believe that you got one life to live.
That's right. This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And how do you measure the time diligently? Through the scriptures, man. Through the prophecies. Through the word of Yahweh Shai. Oh man, a kingdom rising up against kingdom. You see it on the news, these different countries fighting each other. Oh man, that's the scriptures, man. Well then you know that it's getting close to the Yahweh Shai coming to visit the world which he made. You got a RFID chip. It's here, but it's being pushed casually in certain areas, and eventually it's going to be pushed to the whole world, man. That's the scripture. Oh man, World War III is happening. Oh man, he's coming, man. Because you're going to see Yahweh Shai one way or another, man. He's coming, man. And when he comes, he's not coming with roses in his hands and daffodils and a soft-spoken voice, man. He's coming to destroy, man. Right. He's coming with fire, man. Okay? And we hope that we're part of the elect, man. To be saved. Salvation. And even we're going to be scared. Scripture says the righteous shall scarcely be saved, man. So it's going to get to the point where like you might not even know. You're going to see chips. And then you might see people getting beamed up. And you looking around like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And you praying to Yahweh Shai. And at that very moment, the missiles... You in a chariot, man. You in a tractor being watching this place being burned, man. Burn, baby, burn, man.
That's right.
Disco Inferno, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This place is about to be a true inferno, bro. So it's not. Listen, man. You Edomites, your time is running short. Revelation 12:12. Your time is running short. So you know that you got to do something. And like the brother was saying, it makes sense that you're not gonna go back to normalcy, man. And even if you do get a taste of normalcy, man, it's not gonna be normal, man. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 12:12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
Bring it down.
That's right, man. And as we're seeing these prophecies unfold, man, we know that Esau's coming down with everything he's got, man. He's pushing more. He's not even just pushing one or two things at the same time. He's doing all his agendas. He's pushing them forward, man. The vaccinations, the chips, martial law, everything, man, at once. And he's using this pandemic to just push everything like we're going into, man. It don't really make sense for Esau to go back. For what? If he started the juggernaut already, man.
Yeah.
So might as well keep fucking going with his plan, man.
Yeah.
You see, and it says woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, man, because he's not gonna have mercy on nobody, man. And unless you're covered by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, you're through, man. Esau's not gonna spare nobody, and the scriptures itself tell you that once the Lord brings judgment, he's not gonna spare old nor young, maiden or little children, nobody, man. The wrath of the Lord is gonna fall upon everybody, man. And unlike Esau, the Heavenly Father is not he doesn't
he ain't no liar, man.
No, not that he doesn't have exemption of person.
Shoot. Was it respect of person?
Respect of persons. That's right, man. So anybody that's been committing sin, that's been living wickedly, the Lord's gonna judge you, man. You ain't gonna escape this. The Lord says that, I am He. I kill, I make alive, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. So hey, nobody's gonna escape, no matter who you call on, what you believe. If you're not within the covering cast of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're through, man.
And precept. This is Acts 10:34. It says, Acts 10:34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, "O truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons."
That's right, man. And Esau, you see his wicked ass court system. Or as long as you have money, you have connections, you could get away with a murder. You could get away with rape, with anything. Yeah, but the Lord is not so, man. You commit a sin, you're gonna pay for it.
Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
That's right, man. And the words of the Heavenly Father are, you could bank on those words, man. The prophecies, everything he said, man. Because hey, he's not gonna he's not gonna retract what he said.
He ain't gonna backtrack.
Yeah, kind of what. Yeah, man. So it's there's another scripture that says, though it tarry, wait for it, for it shall not tarry. Yeah, man, and everything that's about to happen has been written since the beginning, man.
As Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua say unto me, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry."
That's right, man. And a lot of people, since Yahushua came into the scene, man, have been waiting for the end. And it seems like it's, a long time, like, that's what they've been saying centuries ago. But nah, man, like we read before in 2nd Esdras, measured out the time diligently. It wasn't the time back then for the Lord to come back and for him to bring great wrath and judgment. You know, now is the time, because now is when he appointed for the destruction of Esau's kingdom to come. You see, and it's not gonna tarry, because ultimately the Lord already spoke of it, man. You see, this is all Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Yeah, that's right. And it's the Lord's pleasure to destroy this place, man.
That's right.
Hey, the reason why he raised Edomites, modern day Pharaoh, up in the power is to show his power, man. The first time he did it was in ancient Egypt, and you see what he did to that place. Egypt was a shadow of what it used to be prior to it being destroyed by Yahweh Shai, man, for enslaving the children of Israel. Okay, and even though the Lord Yahweh Shai hardened Pharaoh's heart, guess what? He still made Pharaoh pay for it, and that's what he's doing to you devils, man. Your heart is hardened, man. You're not even thinking about trying to let the children of Israel go. Give me Jeremiah 30 and Jeremiah was it 50 and 33? You know, you're not thinking about letting the children of Israel go free, man. You like, man, I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna do what I want with them. I'm gonna take them off the earth, man. I'm gonna get the world population down to 500 million in accordance with nature, because I said so. And that's what you think the Most High ain't gonna make you pay for that, bro? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all they that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yeah, and the only time that all the tribes were in captivity together was in the first Egypt, and now we in the second Egypt, the spiritual Egypt, man. Okay? And you Christians, you ain't got no words for that, man. Because all these that took us captives, not only Esau, Edom, all you nations have the children of Israel in captivity in your countries, man. Hey, look at what Moab is doing to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi that's over there in China right now, man. It got so bad that the government of Guinea, they arrested all them Chinese nationalists, man. They basically kidnapped them, man, and said, look, we're not going to let these people go until you send our people back safely home, man. You see, you got our people trying to go around the world and trying to make a living for themselves because they can't do it where they live at, and you Jakes do nothing but oppress them, man. You ain't hear nothing about them immigrants in them ICE jails, man. Here it is, they just letting criminals, so-called criminals, they letting people out of these state and local jails, but you ain't hear nothing about ICE, man. What's going on with Issachar, Zebulon, and them down there in them ICE jails, man? What, they just stop treating kids like crap and killing them? No, man. You refuse to let them go, man. Okay, all right, if they cross the border illegally, then send them back home where they from, man. But you ain't gonna do that. And the reason why is Jake leaving their countries to come up here, man? Because through your economic police and hitmen, you destroy these nations, man. You set up dictators and fake leaders, puppet leaders, to do nothing but to exploit their people, man, or to exploit the nation, man. And you got people of other nations over in presidency in South America, man. You got Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites over the children of Israel, man, and you refuse to let them go, man. Okay, you abusing them people down there in Brazil, man. Why I talk about Brazil so much? Because I actually been there, man. And life is hell for Jake down there, man. There's like really no hope down there, man. And then when Jake turned into street crime and drugs and all this other stuff, this is what you want to focus on. But life there's no upward mobility in that country, man. You got people living in shacks that's governed by demons, man. You know, the government don't even care about them people, man. But yet the police go up in there and kill who they want, man. You know? So you nations, you got us captive and you refuse to let us go, man. And you Moabites thinking you're going to do some neo-colonialism over there in Hamland, which really you just, oppressing where Jake is at. You build a couple buildings and then you think that you marry some of these women from those nations and you think you got it all good, man. But you hate our people, man. And the Lord's gonna make you pay for that. Give me Jeremiah 30 and 16.
The spirit that you said. It's Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey."
That's right, man. So all you nations that had us in captivity, you're going into captivity. All you nations that spoiled us, you're going to be spoiled. All you nations that had us for a prey, you're going to be for a prey. Guess what? That is every last nation in the world, man. Every last nation in the world, man. So guess what? All y'all went into hardcore slavery together.
That's right.
Just like the children of Israel went into hardcore slavery together. You know Daniel 9 and 12. Father get shot. Just like the children of Israel went into slavery together, y'all went into slavery together. Just like we built y'all kingdom up, y'all gonna build our kingdom up. And y'all gonna maintain it.
That's right.
For 1,000 years, y'all ain't getting no money. You're not gonna get no land. You're gonna be concentrated in the land of Israel and other planets that we're on, building up our kingdom, man. And then after 1,000 long years of hardcore slavery, y'all gonna get y'all land back that was given to you by the Most High. But you still gonna be a complete workforce for the children of Israel, because we ain't working. Our children never gonna know what work is, man. What is that? What's employment? Oh, that's for slaves. That's for servants, man.
That's right.
We're gonna enjoy the benefits of the kingdom, the benefits of being a nation. The scripture says He's gonna make us the head, and y'all gonna be the tail, man. When y'all need business loans, y'all need any kind of loan, financial loan, you want to come see us, man. You want to come to Jerusalem, you're gonna bow down. You know what I'm saying? And to a player that's greater than you.
That's right. And ultimately, we're going to be reaping the benefits of righteousness, man.
That's right.
Because our kingdom is going to be righteousness. There's nothing nobody is going to be able to say about Yahweh Shema Shai's kingdom, man. Which we're going to be heirs to. Because it's all going to be in righteousness. The way we govern everything, the way we treat our servants, everything is going to be in righteousness.
Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, "And he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem."
Yeah, so here it is. You got people talking about, so every time you mention Jake's slavery in America, the first thing they say, well, there was slavery in other nations. Every time you see a documentary about it, well, slavery's been around, all this other. Listen, man, what you did to us, you ain't no other nation. That ain't happened to no other nation under the kingdom, under the heavens, man, under the earth, in the earth. Never. You Moabites, you ain't never been through hardcore slavery. You might have been colonized by the Edomites, but you wasn't in hardcore slavery. Your leaders might have turned your nation into a fucking nation of workshops, but you ain't never go through what we went through, man.
Right.
You Arabs, you ain't never been in hardcore slavery. Okay, where's the history of you going in filthy, decrepit slave ships packed on there like sardines? Where's the history of you being sold for property as a commodity? Never happened, man. You Edomites, you were pushed into the Caucasus Mountains. You was a nobody on the world scene for a 1,000-year period. But prior to that, the only time you were in captivity is when the kings of Israel had you in captivity, starting with King David. And then even then was mercy shown to you, allowed you to convert to following our customs, man, through John Hyrcanus the first, man. Right? And I think even on during the second too. But mainly it was the first, John Hyrcanus the first, man. See? So look, I mean, you Japhetic people, man. You so-called Polynesian, Micronesian, Melanesian people. When were you in hardcore slavery? And they got a couple of pictures of you ugly ass Aborigines was in chains. But when were you in hardcore slavery, man? When were you sold on auctioning blocks? That's your door?
Oh, sorry.
All right. When it happened to you? Look at the Hamites, man, the Sudanese, the Canaanites, the South Africans, the North Africans, man. When were y'all put in harm? Never. Y'all made a movie called Shaka Zulu, and you mentioned the wandering Jews of Africa, man. You mentioned that. So come on, bro, get out of here, man. You nations, man, missed us with all that other shit, man. Y'all going into hardcore slavery because Yahweh Shema Shai said so, man.
That's right.
You the servant, Jeremiah 49 and was it 49 and 12? Bible the shot? Hell out of here, man.
Jeremiah 49 and 12, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?"
Yeah, so that was it wasn't our judgment. The Most High didn't create us to be servants of you heathen nations, man. Yahweh Shah created us to be over you, man. But because of our iniquities, it led us to losing our connection with Yahweh Shah, him turning his back on us for our judgment. And then you nations, y'all had your way with us, man. You nations, you took it upon yourself to further our iniquity, man. All right? But now the Most High is turning his face back towards us. Now y'all getting scared, man. Because y'all know what time it is, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it."
Yeah, you're not going to go unpunished, man. The so-called white man, you're not going to go unpunished, man. And don't get mad at us. Like Apostle Tahar said, man, we went through slavery, man. We had to go through it. Now you got to go through it, man.
That's right.
It's just simple as that, man. The tables have turned, man. The pendulum is switching to the other side. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at the Most High, and you can do that all you want. It still ain't gonna change nothing. Was it back in the days? You say, "Scratch your ass and get glad." Be mad. Scratch your ass and get glad, man.
That's right.
Huh? You should be happy, man. Y'all had the whole world, man. Y'all had the fatness of the earth. Y'all had the dew of the heaven. Y'all had the sword. You
should have enjoyed it while you had it, man.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to destroy Jay further than you already did.
Yeah.
But
yeah, here it is. You spent most of your time trying to destroy us when you should have been enjoying your kingdom, man. All you Edomites, y'all should have all been living like the Rothschilds, man. From the least of you to the greatest of you, man. Y'all should have been living like, like a Rothschild, man. Y'all should have had manners. Y'all should have had servants. Y'all should have had access to gold and silver. But y'all didn't, man. Because the super elite of your people, they held it away from you, man. They hid it away from you, man. And they gave you white privilege, man. They gave you preference in society. Ooh. But then you got poor Edomites. You got broke Edomites. You got homeless Edomites, man. In the kingdom of heaven, none of us are going to be homeless, man. Ain't going to be no such thing as homeless amongst the Israelites, man. The least of our people going to be richer than going to make David the Rothschild look like a welfare case, man. It's going to make Jacob Rothschild look like a welfare case. You out here buying priceless art. Art you can't even put a price on it. This shit stay priceless. But you got poor your people. You killing your own people, poisoning your own air that you got to breathe. It ain't like you Edomites got special lungs. It ain't like you Edomites got like you don't get thirsty, you don't get tired.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You still catching hell. You get old. Look at you, man. And you gonna have to work like that, man, because you ain't going back to your youth for a long time in the kingdom. You're gonna be old as shit, digging bodies into the ground, man. You're gonna be old as shit picking up boulders the size of the Empire State Building, man. Yeah. Because we ain't going to be living in no little apartment in the kingdom of heaven. This shit is over, man.
We're going to be big as hell.
For real, man. So you going to have to lift that up with no strings attached. Hands and legs, man. Ass and elbows, man.
With no hands somewhere, you fucking...
Yeah, so a lot of you going to be like shaped like the oblongs, man. You just going to be a torso and a head, man. Bouncing around this motherfucker, bro.
That's right.
And you better not drop nothing. You ain't gonna be no mercy to you, man. It's gonna be zero mercy, zero tolerance, man. You gonna, and this is what they afraid of, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're afraid of this, man. But when y'all had it, it was all cool, man. It was all straight. Y'all did it to Jake. Y'all cut our limbs off, you know, and forced us to work, forced us to, if we didn't give a certain quota for gold and silver, you would cut our limbs off, man. And then you would put hot irons on us and all of that, man. Play games with each other by cutting open the stomachs of our women and stomping on the babies' heads, man. You had no respect for human life, man. We had no respect for Israelite life, let alone human life, man. You were straight animalistic, man. Well, guess what, man? Like Ving Rhames said in Pulp Fiction, man, we gonna get medieval on your ass, man. We ain't done by you. We ain't done with you by far sight. We gonna get medieval on your ass, man. He said, I'm gonna call some hard pipe hitting niggas, and they gonna go to work on a home's head. I love that scene, man. He like, yo, cause they raped them. They raped them. Y'all didn't know who y'all was touching, man. He was like, nah. He said, I'm not, all right. He said, we cool? He said, you okay? He said, nah, I ain't all right. I'm fucked up. And that's how we are. Like, we fucked up. We ain't all right. He said, nah. He said, nah, I ain't all right. I'm fucked up. He said, they said, are we cool? He said, yeah, we cool, but don't tell nobody what happened here. You know? He said, I'm gonna call, after he said I'm fucked up, he said, I'm gonna call off. He said, what you going, he said, what now? What now? What now? I'm gonna call a couple of hard pipe hitting niggas to go to work on a home's head with a pair of pliers. You heard me, Billy boy? You heard me? Mr. Rapist, I ain't done with you by far sight. I'm gonna get medieval on your ass. I love that shit, man. I love that shit, bro. That was the best lines that I could ever hear in a movie, bro. Cause it's payback, bro. Can you give it 2 Thessalonians 1:6, man? Payback, bro. My woman hates to hear that because she think it's referring to some homosexual shit. Nah, he said he gonna get 2 hard pipe hitting niggas that's gonna beat the shit out this nigga, man, and keep him alive. Why you do it? And that's what's gonna happen to you, Edomites in the kingdom of heaven. You gonna be alive, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, so the Lord said it's a righteous, man. Payback is righteous, man. Recompense is payback. Tribulation is trouble. And you Edomites have done nothing but trouble us, man. So you're going to get payback, man. And it's going to be righteous. You can't get mad at that. Hey, you got a chance to do it. You did nothing but. Can you get, it says they have I'll look it up. You get what you got, brother.
Yeah, man, and then like you were saying, like Esau, these top elites, they're afraid of them going through what we went through. But the Lord said that he was gonna put it double unto you, man.
Oh, get that too. Get that scripture too, yeah.
And I had this one real quick. I'll get that one next week. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show no mercy.
Yep.
Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yoke.
Yeah. So there it is. You didn't show us no mercy, man. And the scripture says, no mercy will be shown to him that showed no mercy, because mercy rejoices against judgment. James 2:14, 2:13. You see? And you heavily laid that yoke even on the old of our nation, man. You got Jake 60, 75 years old still working. Man, I went to the supermarket a couple of years ago, and there was a Jake, he's 65 years old. He had to bag groceries, man. Retired from the military, had to bag groceries, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't be working. He should be retired for real, retired. You know what I'm saying? You know, but Jake, you got the the retirement age in America used to be like 65, now it's like 70, or it used to be 60, now it's 65, then there's 70 years. And the Lord said that the max you might have to live in this world is 70 years, man. So as soon as you retire, you ready to drop dead. You know what I'm saying? So you can't collect on that. So you very heavily laid your yoke. You got it, bro.
Revelation 18 and 16, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Yeah, so you're going to get double, man. So we're going to make everything that happened to us in chattel slavery and 70 AD, we're going to make all that look like child's play in the kingdom of heaven, man. Because you're going to get double. And we got double. The reason why we went through that, the hangings and all of that, the burns, the castrations, the hardcore slavery, all of that stuff that we went through was because we got double what the Lord wanted to get us. And he still showed us mercy. But in the kingdom of heaven, y'all ain't going to get no mercy, bro. There's going to be zero mercy. The scripture says in Isaiah chapter 14, real quick, the scripture says in Isaiah 14, it says, 14 and 6, it says, I'll start at 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth, man. So you Edomites going to be persecuted and nobody's going to hinder us, man. You think most time, oh, no, son, you going too hard. Hell no. Go harder. Go harder. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Go harder, man. That's what's going to happen to you nations, man. Starting off with your nation of Edom.
Ezekiel 25 and 12, it says, Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon him. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it a desolation from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yeah, so we're going to do according to what the Most High. And the Lord said he's angry with the wicked every day. He said that he has a perpetual he has indignation against your nation forever. So it ain't no hope for you, man. And that's why you got to go hard. You hoping that you can kill enough of us where we ain't going to be able to defend ourselves against you. But whatever, man. This is a spiritual thing. It's not a physical thing.
That's right. So
the Lord gonna save the elect, and we're going to get brand new bodies. And we're going to come down, and we're not going to meet you as a man. We're going to meet you like Yahushua is in our power, man. We're going to be immortals. We ain't going to be able to die. We ain't going to be able to feel pain. We're going to be real supermen and superwomen, super babies. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in league with all the animals, or they're going to be in league with us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going to hurt us. Our baby's going to be able to play with poisonous apps. They're going to be leading, can you get that scripture? A child shall lead them. A baby going to be able to lead bears and lions and tigers, man. And they're not even going to think to hurt our children, man. I ain't got to say they better not. They're not going. The Lord said that in all the kingdom, nothing's going to kill. Roughly paraphrasing, nothing's going. Nothing that kills is going to be in there, man. So a lion's going to eat straw, but it's going to eat your ass.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book. This is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 6. It says, well, the wolf also shall dwell.
So what you reading at, bro?
Isaiah 11 and 6.
God.
It says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
Yeah, see? So read it again. A wolf.
So like we just read so much. Okay, Isaiah 11 and 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
Yeah, see, a wolf and a lamb is a baby sheep. And now, if a wolf was amongst a baby lamb, it'd kill it and eat it, man. You know, and he said, what else?
A leopard, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
A leopard with a baby goat, man. In this world, a leopard see a goat, man. It's dinner time, man. Go ahead.
And a calf and the young lion and the fatling together.
Yeah, so the cubs, the baby calf, the baby cows, and the baby fatlings, they're gonna be together. They're gonna be chilling. Go ahead.
And a little child shall lead them.
And a little child shall lead them, man. And that little child is a child of Israel, man. That's what our kids gonna be able to do for fun, man. They're gonna be able to go out into the land, and we ain't even have to worry about them. We ain't gonna be like, oh man, where's little baby, Khan at? Where's baby Gabar at? Are they okay? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you're gonna know where your children at all times, and nothing's gonna come up against them, man. And in fact, they're gonna be able to leave, and when they come back, they're gonna be coming back with presents, man. Brothers might give them presents, other people might give them presents, and the animal they're gonna keep safe, man. Now they show you that movie, The Jungle Book, little East Indian. He's out here playing with these animals and they ain't fucking him up or nothing. They making sure he's safe at all times. Well, guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, that's gonna be an Israelite baby. There ain't gonna be none of these Edomites. You're gonna try, and then you're gonna fail, and it's gonna be funny. You're gonna laugh and walk away. If you feel like walking, because you won't have that power, baby.
That's right. It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Yeah, it says the cow and the bear is going to sit together, and a young one and a lion is going to eat straw like an ox, man. And you know that them oxes are huge, man. All they eat is straw, man. All they eat is grass, man. And they eat the herbs, man. So the lion's gonna be eating the herbs. So imagine how big that lion gonna be, man. Gonna be husky, man.
Yeah, that's probably why they sleep so much, because they say lions sleep most of the day.
Yeah,
it's because they eat so much meat. Well, thinking as a man, but
hey, you never know, man. Even cats do, man. Well, they're not gonna be carnivores no more, man. Okay. Only time they gonna raise up and put them teeth on meat is when they eating the Edomite and destroying them, man. Tearing them up in pieces, probably chew you and spit you out because you're nasty.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And then one of you Edomites gonna have to come behind that lion and clean up the mess, man. And don't be scared either, man. Clean it up, man. The moment you flinch, you jump, he coming for you, man. And then the next Edomite line them up, clean up the mess, man. Until it's all cleaned up, man. Like my daughter said, all clean, all clean. You know what I'm saying? Till it's all clean. You know what I mean? Let me close up, bro.
I'll read this one then.
Yeah.
It says, verse 8, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice then.
That's right. So they're gonna be able to play with these animals that you can't play with now, man. You know, them animals will destroy you, man.
That's right.
And everything's gonna go back to its life again. So it's gonna be bigger. Everything's gonna be bigger, man. The earth's gonna be bigger, the animals gonna be bigger, the fruit's gonna be bigger. In the ancient world, it took 2 men to carry a cluster of grapes, man. Now you can go to the store and you can just pick it up like this, man. Nah, in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna take 2 men to do that. So imagine that wine, man. One grape can make gallons of wine, man. One grape, man. You know? So that's what we going to, bro.
This is the last one. It says, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, as the waters cover the sea. Yeah, so we're not going to die. Ain't going to be no gang banging. Ain't going to be no violence. Ain't going to be no black on black crime, black on brown crime, brown on brown. None of that's going to be happening, man. Everything's going to live, man. And everybody's going to know. Everything is going to know Yahweh Shai. Everything is going to be giving praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Shai, just like in the spirit world, man. Right. And you devils, you're going to be in chains. You're going to be off the world scene. You're going to be off the world stage. And you're going to be under our feet, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Close it out, bro. So with that, I can go campus edifying. Again, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Makakadash. Double honors to the apostle and others that great most, and peace and salutation to all you Akim out there. pushing and defending this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth.
Okay, Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Allah Shalak Lanaya.
Allah Shalag Lanaya.
Malapanyaka.
Malapunika.
Warka.
Warka.
Kadashka.
Kadashka.
Al Taqwa.
Al Taqwa.
Mamanaya.
Mamanaya.
Baba Gasha.
Baba Gasha.
Baba Gasha.
Baba Gasha.
Barak Zaquanian.
Barak Sakunya.
Wabakarian.
Wabakarian.
Wabayath.
Wabayath.
Baba Gasha.
Baba Gasha.
Shalak Rayam.
Shalak Rayam.
Wa Nashim.
Wa Anashim.
Wa Mashapatiam.
Wa Mashapadiam.
Wa Haragim.
Wa Haragim.
Wa Goayam.
Wa Goyam.
Wa Adawanyam.
Wa Adawamyam.
Ababa Ba.
Ababa Ba.
Baba Gasha.
Baba Gasha.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Swab La Ilam and Shalom all you out and keep pushing, keep striving.
Shalom.
Shalom.